Hello, I'm Dr. Jeff Phillips, and I'm the trombone professor at Belmont University. And I'm going to go over some things with our mid-state trombone excerpts. I'm going to start with the 11th and 12th grade one, which is from the Ferdinand David Concertino. But other than just play it through and say, hey, this is how it goes, I want to give you an example of some things not to do and some things that you kind of need to work on maybe to help you play the actual excerpts. So the first one, the thing I've heard in judging this in the past is that people play it too slow. It's marked at a quarter note equals 76. Even if you don't have a metronome, which you should have a metronome, a second, 1001, 1002, that's about 60. So it's faster than that. 76 is more than that. So a lot of times I hear people playing this so slow from behind the cardboard, and they'll be like, it's way too slow. Okay, 76, somewhere about there. You don't have to like get exactly on it. Hopefully there's not anybody back there behind the screen with a metronome ticking you off like for like one little increment. Hope not. Anyway, but so don't get it too slowly. The other thing that I know you've probably heard this before: exaggerate your dynamics with taste, not. I've really heard that before from behind the screen. Don't do that. Judges are actually laughing when you do that. With taste. Now, you don't have to start it too softly. It's mezzo forte to start. Don't get so soft that nothing comes out. So start with a good sound and subtly crescendo from there. If you happen to slur all of this, or a great majority of it, I personally don't think that's a bad thing. Sometimes that's a little safer than trying to articulate everything. Just throw that out there. The other thing is intonation on the fourth measure. You have a G sharp second, and then an A flat, and then a G sharp, or excuse me, an F sharp in sharp third position. Here's what I hear wrong a lot. Oh, and the E flat preceding that is in sort of a flat third. So let me play it with no adjustments. And I've heard this a lot. And not only did I crack a note, because it's hard for me to play that like that. Little adjustment. So use these things. Okay? Don't just sit there with a tuner and get them all in line that way. Use this. How do those notes relate to each other? Okay? You're in 11th and 12th grade. You should be able to do that. All right. Then the next phrase starts to repeat itself. That's fine. Avoid tapering down too softly, because the end of this phrase ends in the lower register. And if you're already getting soft and you're a little bit nervous, you're going to run out of air. Heard that a lot. So, and a good long first note there, or end note on that phrase, first note of that measure. Same thing about pitch on the next measure. You've got G, E flat, C. Oh, yeah. The G, yeah. And then B natural to D. That's a natural slur in fourth position, but you have to adjust the D. So, yeah, but there's no sense in going. Yeah, natural slur it, do it in fourth position, but adjust. And the same thing about the last little bit of this excerpt. When you're going down, avoid playing so soft that nothing comes out. If you're going to be nervous, first thing to go when you're nervous, air. Okay? Watch my other video on breathing. It's on my website, www.jeffphillips.trombone.com. Okay, that's the first one. The second one is the faster. Doesn't have to be lightning fast. Just want to throw out, this is a great excerpt because of the key to play D's in that flat fourth position. It's going to sound better. You're going to be able to do some things better that way. Just do it. The alternate position's not out of tune. You're out of tune. So fix it. Listen. Okay. There's also a passage in the second full measure to the third where you go from D to F. You can play the D in a flat fourth, the F in kind of a sharp four. I'll show you. You see my slide? Or you could go. I would go first, but that's just my preference. Oh. Or you could do like this, which we hear a lot, but not from the people that are like in the top chairs. Okay. So, a little adjustment there. Just a little adjustment on the fourth position notes. That's great. While I'm stopped, you have dotted 8th, 16th patterns, and you have triplets. Maybe over-exaggerate the dotted 8th, 16th. Play the 16th as, think of it as a pickup into what comes after it. Right? Otherwise, you get to swinging, and we hear things like this. And then save that for the jazz etude on the swing stuff, but not on this. Okay, over exaggerate where you put the 16th. Okay, there's G flat. G flat, enharmonically, F sharp. Remember the last one, last excerpt? Pull it in. Oh, how many times have I heard this? Oh. And then the next thing has G flats followed by E flats. It's just a very slight difference. And how I play it on this horn, with this mouthpiece, with my teeth, could be slightly different from where it is on yours. It's up to you to find out where those notes are, pitch-wise, on your horn. As you're going down here, make sure you got the flats going through the accidentals going through the measures. Believe me, I've heard the excerpt played wrong in a variety of keys that aren't what's written. So careful on that. I want to point out the second line, second measure. It's triplets to beat 4, and then the next note, the low G flat, is a triplet pickup into 8th notes. Dut 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 dut. So it's a little quicker. I've heard that played like just a straight old 8th note. That's rhythmically not exactly right. Also heard people get velocitized. They're playing triplets and then they play the 8th notes too fast. Kind of like... I don't do that. Always when you're playing the E flats, make sure those are out just a little for pitch. That partial's always a little too high. Just bring them down. Third position, out just a little bit. Make sure you get out to G flat into the second line, not G and a half. I would play the B flat in a sharp fifth. Oh, I've never done that. It's going to be out of tune. Not if you learn where to play it. Anyway. You do that, you're going to knock your teeth out. Mom and Dad paid a lot for all that orthodontic stuff earlier. Don't ruin it. Same message on the G flats. I've heard a lot of times players, it's kind of fourth where they play it. Let's see if I can do this wrongly. Okay, that's a nice happy sound, but this section is actually minor. If you study the whole piece, you'll find that is a G natural, but not in what we've got here. So, pay attention to what's there. Rise and fall with the contour of the notes, let nature take its course. But again, dynamics exaggerate, yes, but within good taste. You don't want to hurt anybody. Sorry about that splee. Articulation. Dee-da-da-dee, da-da-da. Okay? That's something that starts to separate the people at the top of the section in the first band from everybody else. Okay? Now, and the last thing on this excerpt with the 11th and 12th, I mean, you nitpick it to death and do a lot more, but this is just to get you started, some things to look at. Is the poco ritardando at the end. Poco is a little. I've heard this done like this. Let's see. No, that not be low. That's not poco. Pocolito. So slight ritardando. Okay. Just a little taper. A good hint would be to actually listen to the entire piece. Find a reputable trombone player playing the whole piece online. Not, Joe Jones from Eagle Squat High School that's like in the 7th grade and shouldn't be playing this anyway. And he shouldn't have put that on YouTube. But not them. My apologies to you if you're our actual person, you're out there. But one of the people, Joe Alessi, one of the and like I say, some of my colleagues will probably put out a video later. I know they usually do of a really nice interpretation of, hey, here's how this goes. So I'll leave that for them. Well, Jeff, why don't you do it? Because I just ran it off a few minutes ago, and I'd really like to polish it before I played it for you, for real. Maybe I'll do that later. Well, I hope this has been helpful. Those are some things that you might mess up, and things that I've heard wrong judging this over the years from behind the cardboard. Good luck. Happy practicing.